Steelers survived the Titans 20-16. Not pretty, and that offense, once again, questions, not answers, and it starts with their quarterback. And normally with a quarterback, you would like to give them a little bit of time. We'd like to have a larger sample size before we go, I know exactly what I have here. I was asked yesterday on the show, do the Steelers know what they have with their quarterback? And I said, no, I don't. I don't think so. Now, I think if I throw in all the experience he had in college, 5 years in college, and now we have over a season and a half for him. So we're looking at about 20 games for Kenny Pickett. I can't argue with a 5-3 record, but Kenny Pickett I can argue with. He's thrown for more than 275 yards in a game just once in his career. He's thrown for multiple touchdown passes in a single game just once. Now, the offense averages just over 17 points per game. He is saved by a Hall of Fame coach and a great defense. But at some point, Kenny Pickett has to make a couple of plays. And they do have some skilled position players on offense. And it's not all on him. And yes, I know the offensive coordinator gets a lot of blame. But maybe it should be shared blame with the quarterback. But Mike Tomlin, it feels like year in and year out, he might be underrated. Year in and year out, you go, yeah, he's doing it again. And you look at the team and you go, okay, T.J. Watt is star power. It feels like they have a couple of stars, right? It just doesn't always appear on a consistent basis. And I think that's the danger because that's a really competitive division. And even though they've squeezed out 5 wins, which is pretty miraculous, it feels like that catches up to you in the end. Yes, Marvin?
Do you think this might end up being like a Jimmy G situation where it's like, man, we have all the pieces except the quarterback that's not bringing us over the hump? I know it's crazy early. He's only in his second year, but do you think that might end up being the case?
Well, you're not quite sure who you have, but, at some point you have to go, is this guy helping or hurting? And I don't know if he helps. Sometimes you have a quarterback who doesn't hurt you, and that can be okay. But I don't know. I just feel like when Mike Tomlin is going to need him to make a play at some point. And as we saw yesterday, it didn't look pretty. And I'm looking at this game, the Titans, that's the kind of game the Titans can win. Derrick Henry had 75 yards, had a touchdown. Will Levis played okay. I didn't think the defense played well, giving up points at the end of the first half and then to start the second half. But that's a game that you can win. And, you start to look at that and you go, okay, it feels like, as strange as this will sound, the Titans may know what they have with their quarterback more than the Steelers do with their quarterback.